Ja, sag doch Schimpfwörter, bevor man uns hört.
Man hört euch bereits. Zack, zack.
Ah,
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to today's stream. We are going to play some Dungeons and Dragons, and we've been just preparing the last things. We made sure that everyone got disconnected who wanted to be disconnected. Everyone got dragged into the right channel. I've been organizing the overlay again a little bit, and we've been going through the characters, which is a routine that I want to establish, so our characters are already in character when we're starting the round. It's a little bit unorganized right now, but we will get used to it, and soon, hopefully, every character will be completely in character as soon as we're starting the round. Which, talking of, last time was the 13th session, and today is the 14th, and we are actually in a tower where the group got a quest to gather one relic out of that tower, and they were free to pick whatever they find in that tower. They've been fighting ghosts or running away from ghosts. They've been getting around a few encounters and found themselves in the end staring right into the maw of a mimic, which we will start the game right there, right now. And there we go. Action. Ha! Alrighty. The music's off. I've got the screen over there now. That's very I'm really not used to that. I want to have this window right here.
I want to break free.
Absolutely lost what's going on in the story, but we'll focus on what I can. So literally, we are in this tower right here that you're seeing. Do you see my mouse? Yes, you do. And this tower is a soon-to-be tower from Salazar Solebum, who's now the Minister of Trading for Velvet Valley, and he basically is the main authority who is allowed to trade and manage all traders within Velvet Valley, and kinda diplomatic, in a kinda diplomatic position with external traders as well. So he had special interest in something that was in this tower, but as it will take some time when he can buy for him to buy the tower, he didn't want to wait for that very special relic that he knows is in the tower, and he sent the group off to actually gather it for them. He didn't really care about which group it is in the end, because he just sent a note, or he left a note on the blackboard at the local tavern, and our group again has fought some very, very life-endangering encounters against ghosts, and now they're staring down the maw of a mimic. Every one of you, if we haven't done that last time, yes, every one of you, I would like to ask to actually roll for initiative. You do get your token back, Yosuka.
I was
That's
just
not a
about
problem.
to ask.
And therefore Magna is not here today, so his token will not be there. Shast, please click on your token.
Yeah.
And we will assume that your character is in the same time window as your companion. So he will act while you're acting. We will not roll special initiative for her. Aurora.
Oh, also for Aurora, do I have to change here at the bottom thing for this? Yeah, I just do. Yeah. Is this right?
That would technically be right, correct? But
Okay.
as we don't have initiative for Aurora, as Aurora
Okay.
will act in your turn.
Okay.
You don't need to roll for that. I, on the other hand, have to get this right here. We're fighting that mimic, and obviously we're having sounds, music. There we go.
It's loud.
Yeah, you can dial it down if you click on the cogwheel in the upper right and dial down the Master Music Volume Level. Einfach aufs Zahnrad klicken und dann hast du die.
Yeah.
Sehr gut. Alrighty. Yeah, we're starting off with a combat. Probably not just one, depending on how the group acts. And I will have to read. Okay. So you're reaching down the maw of the mimic, and while it's coming alive, Shast, you do see how the there we go. Oh, we've got a turn order. You do see how the there we go. For last time. So you're reaching down into the maw of the of that chest, what you thought would be a chest, and you see how it comes to life. How the lid of the chest is actually moving on its own, and you do get the sense that you should pull away your hand. And right as the lid closes with a loud thud, your hand is passed away from there. Yet the your clothing is in between the lid and the chest itself, so you are now grappled by that by that chest. It's holding you, kinda. So you will have to roll for a DC 13, I can tell. Can't tell. I would say strength or dexterity. Either or. On your turn. Which is right now.
Dexterity?
Yeah. It's dexterity saving throw or strength saving throw. Depends.
Depends on what exactly. Where's more or less?
What you'd prefer. So yes, actually,
Okay.
where it's more or less. That's easily enough. Yeah, you pull free. What do you want to do?
I also can act with Aurora right now, or right?
You can give a command to Aurora. Exactly.
Okay.
One info that I've missed. That was the first turn. That was like a surprise round, and that's why that chest, that mimic, attacked first, and why you could break free of the grapple without any restrictions.
Okay, so it doesn't count as a ability move.
Exactly.
Or-
Usually it would
okay.
it would cost you an action to break free of a grapple, but not so much right now.
Okay, then I... Okay. I... Ziehen, wie heißt nochmal ziehen? I fastly draw my short sword out of my wrist. I think it's on the wrist normally, or?
On the waist, but yes.
Waist. Yep.
Wait, yeah, and try to attack the monster. And while I try attack this him, more like, I tell Aurora that he also should attack this chest. Forgot the monster's name.
So make an attack.
And I have to look for Aurora. What was this again?
Takes its turn on your initiative. On your turn, you can verbally command the beast where to move. You can use your action to verbally command it to attack, dash, disengage, yada yada yada. Don't issue a command the best.
Does it also cost an extra move to command my hawk?
I was just looking that up, but yeah, that is actually an action.
Oh, okay, then I don't do this with the hawk.
Okay, cool. So your hawk is just starting to fly up a little bit and waiting for commands, basically, and it will use its dodge action if attacked.
Okay.
So Banan, you're seeing how Shast is trying to reach into the chest. The chest comes alive. Breaking free of the chest is just a few seconds later, not even 6 seconds later, just a few, like 1 or 2 seconds later. And then Shast is slashing onto the chest and is seemingly damaging it and leaving a big dent on the top of the lid of that chest. What are you doing?
Is that real metal on the chest?
There are some metal bars on the chest, yes.
Then I will use my heat metal.
Ooh, smart idea. So you
Oh god, poor mimic.
you walk to the chest, I guess, and then you use heat metal. Can you post the spell, please? Because I'm not familiar with how it actually works.
Sure.
I may come up with something there, but oh boy. Why is it that every time I send a mimic to a new group, they do something to that mimic that it either is crippled or will follow the group afterwards?
Yes.
Choose a manufactured metal object such as metal weapon or metal that can see and rage. Yeah, I like the idea so much. I will let that slip because technically those are just Beschläge. Those are not like real complete metal. It is not a metal object. Those are just the fittings of the chest. But I like the idea. We'll let it slip. We'll make it possible that it works for us. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire when you cast the spell. Okay, you don't even need to walk up to that. Never mind. You can't
just stand there.
Yeah, I literally thought you would have to go there, but you don't. So yeah, you roll your 2d8 fire damage.
Wow.
If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from that, it must succeed. Doesn't drop the object. It has disadvantage on attack rolls. interesting. Okay,
In
so you.
Bernard's defense, metal takes a while to get hot.
Yeah, true. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause the damage again. If a creature is holding a... Okay, cool. So, Shast and Brother Tiberius and Magna also, for that matter, you do see how all of the sudden everything metal around the chest is starting to glow bright red, and there's some sizzling, and as these chests are really dry, you do see that there's some cinder appearing next to those fittings of this chest. Brother Tiberius, you smell that sense of soon to be firewood or flaming wood. How do you want to react to that? It is one hot chest. No, that's true, Pahmat.
Have we ever seen Bernard use this spell before?
Nope.
And everyone's been focusing on the chest. You do get that he did something, and you've heard him saying something, but he was like mumbling a little bit, and he was just doing very minimal gestures in very elegant way. You could think even that he was just striking his hair back for how much beauty matters for him.
In that case, Tiberius will look a bit shocked and turn around to face Bernard. What did you just do? Why is it glowing?
Well, I heat it up.
So it will burn.
Maybe.
That could be dangerous, and I'll fire a guided bolt at the mimic.
Sure. Fire away.
Let's go with a level 1 spell slot.
Combat encounter could turn into cooking encounter. That sure does hit, and with a loud, with a loud thunder-like sound, this chest is now getting charcoaled on the front side that's facing towards you guys. It seems as if the chest is not doing anything anymore right now. What are you doing, Shast?
I step back like 10 feet over here and command Aurora that she also fall back with me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just skip the mimic?
It seems as if the mimic's not doing anything anymore.
Oh, okay.
The command is my action, right? So I'm not.
Movement will not be an action. This will literally just be telling the hawk to go here, to go there. That's fine. Actually, if you want to attack or if you want to assist an attack, which would give the other party that you are assisting with an advantage on attacking, that would be an action. Like, you could say to Aurora now that Aurora should distract the mimic to give Brother Tiberius or Bernard some advantage while fighting. That would cost an action.
Okay. No, I stay back, focusing the mimic, and draw my bow.
Sure.
And hold an action to if the mimic is moving again.
Okay, so you hold your action till the mimic's moving. Banan, what are you doing?
Let's do it again. Eat metal.
You can just use your bonus action and not using a spell slot anymore.
Oh.
Because
Then I
that's
do
a
that.
concentration spell that will that will last for 10 turns, and you just reheat the metal.
That's what I do.
Alrighty. Roll your damage. Oh, I need to make a Constitution save, right? Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's not carrying anything, so it doesn't need to roll the Constitution die. You now see that the metal around the corners has melted together. So where once was the lid, it's now sealed shut. That way around. Also da, wo die Klappe auf die Kiste an sich aufliegt, dort sind Metallrahmen gewesen, die jetzt miteinander verschmolzen sind.
That sounds good.
Yeah, Brother Tiberius, you see how that metal starts to melt into each other, and it's now not just a bright red anymore, it's now going towards a bright orange, almost whitish color. That metal around the chest.
You only used your
Bonus
bonus
action.
action. Do you want to do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. I will pull out my mace, and I will also hold my action to attack the mimic if it attacks me. Or anyone within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Cool. We've got one holding action, we've got another one holding action, and one who's still having the action but not holding it. Every one of you gets a bonus, attack of opportunity, if you want to, because the mimic all of a sudden gets like 1,000 little legs, and skittering over the ground, you can hear how it's trying to disengage and run away from you guys.
What about my holding action?
You said you hold your action till the mimic's attacking, right?
No, until the mimic moves.
Yeah, then you can use your action as well.
Ah, okay. It was longbow.
Yep. That would be the first attack, and then and then you were the first one in line to attack anyways. So you can attack. Technically, yeah, you can attack, and Bernard can attack. Please roll the damage. I will have. There we go. -1 damage.
What?
I guess you're healing the chest a little bit. You're trying to inflict some damage there with your rapier. Although you should roll on. The rapier has finesse,
roll
right?
On dex. Right.
Exactly. And then it's actually 4 damage that you did. There we go. And then the last one to attack is Brother Tiberius.
Let's see. Let's call it a shoulder message.
You are attacking, and a little bit surprised that the chest can actually walk, leaving a very new looking spot, like it looks still brand new where the chest was sitting. You're a little bit surprised about all of those events here, and you hit exactly where the metal of the Bernard was heated and fused together. So yeah, chest. The mimic now being out of range, or out of vision at least for you, it just scattered off and ran for its life.
Wait, I have a bonus, a move action, and attack action, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, your action is the attack action or a spell cast.
Yeah. That's... I know, and I just tell Aurora something, and this would be my bonus action. Okay. Right?
You tell Aurora to do something, and that will be your action.
Oh, action. Okay. Okay, my bad.
No worries. We're still learning.
Okay.
That's the whole purpose of this round. We are still learning.
Yeah, I tell Aurora to follow me. And I'm going. Can I go beside the? Could I quickly ask in German?
Sure.
Kann ich. Warte, wo ist das hier? Snap to Center. Kann ich quasi hier hingehen und dann über die Kiste drüber und dann dahin? Oder ist das nicht möglich?
You could walk diagonally. Yet in this case, I would say you would have to roll acrobatics, and that would be an action to actually get over the chest, because it's a fairly large chest, right? And it's standing, and it's probably hip high. So in this very circumstance right now, you can't. Well, you can, but it would cost your action.
Okay, can... it's a bit weird of this wall piece, to be honest. I can't go like here, see him, and attack, right? Because there's a wall.
There is a see-through window a little bit higher. You would have to like jump a little bit to see through that. That's basically for ventilation there. So no, you can't see him from neither perspective. You would have really to go on this tile or one of the back tiles back here to
Okay.
to be able to attack him.
Okay, then I know what I'm gonna do. I say to the hawk that he should follow the chest and attack the chest. I can't move the hawk right now, can I?
Should be able to.
Ah, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we will have to talk about that because that's like a split thing, search and destroy. I will admit it for now.
No, okay. Admit. What was admit again?
Zugeben.
Also, yeah, then I tell Aurora to go to him and yeah, just attack him once.
Yeah, yep.
The question is how I'm gonna attack.
you're going into your companion and into Aurora's character sheet
Yeah.
and attack with the attack that stands right under actions. Just click on Talons.
There.
And if you click on attack once, in the chat,
Oh, okay.
you can click on attack once.
Oh, wow.
This will next time not happen.
Yeah.
This was just now because for some reason it wasn't set up in the character sheet. But as you see that Aurora flies around the corner, you hear a ping, and nothing happens. Banan. You see now
metal.
how you see now. Okay, heat metal. Go for it. You see the creature. Yes, you do see the creature, and now the metal is glowing bright white. And roll a d3 for me, Banan. Because you've been heating that metal for a very long time, and all of this sudden, Aurora just flies away a little bit because the heat that's emitted is so strong. But all of the sudden, the whole chest is in fire and blows up in a fireball. Brother Tiberius, you're seeing that spectacle, and you get the very strong feeling whatever was in that chest, in that mimic, if there was something in there, now that's charcoal.
Well, at least it's good charcoal, I'd hope.
Maybe.
Eh.
Yeah, so you've finished that mimic off. That mimic's gone. And you guys look all over to Magna, who's just staring at the wall, and as Brother Tiberius is poking him, he's shaking his head and obviously was daydreaming. You guys are free now to, if you want to explore here a little bit more, or make your descent, or whatever you'd like to do.
Then I will go over here and look at the glowing thing that there was.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone wants to do something different, or are you just following Bernan?
I call
I
Bob.
would.
Yeah,
You go
you
first.
You first.
No, you go first.
Group's too polite.
I call back Aurora and say, "Who's a good bird?" Yes, you are. And following Banan.
Yeah.
Can
I assume that you guys are taking this way, right? The outer way. Just asking.
I follow Banan. I don't know.
Yes, there's a
Yeah,
chest
there's.
burning.
Yeah, that's why. Like, you don't want to walk through that chest, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So, these two are following. What do you want to do, Brother Tiberius?
Brother Tiberius would like to try and douse the flames.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but there's no douse flames skill.
That's true. I was realizing that the moment I've said it, and I'm now working in my brain on how would you douse flames. Do you have anything that you could use to douse flames? How do you want to douse those flames?
guess I'll just use my sleeping bag and try to punch the flames out. Is that how you say it? You know what I mean.
I think so. Um, yeah, do a make a d20 roll. You wanna roll a little bit higher than
Don't say it.
11.
Oh,
That's good. Your sleeping bag still is fine. Your sleeping roll, your bed roll, is still fine. It caught a little bit of the cinder here and there. Remember that the fire was started once the metal was bright white. So like the highest heat that you probably can have on metal. Brother Tiberius probably doesn't know that. So in your advance to try to take those flames off, you had like a little bit of success. Like the flames are a little bit dosed. Do you want to proceed, or as you see that your bedroll is starting to glim here and there, do you want to do that? Do you want to proceed?
Does it seem like anything around the mimic is prone to catching on fire?
Nah, it's all wood. The only thing that's it's all stone. The only thing that's wood is
Okay.
like furniture and the carpet under the bed, and obviously the bed, which has like a thick layer of dust on it.
But nothing in the immediate vicinity.
Exactly.
Okay, in that case, I would rather not burn my sleeping bag, so I'll just let the fire naturally die out. But
Cool.
I'll follow the others and I'll keep an eye on the mimic.
Okay, so you follow the others this way around, right? So you're walking through this room and just going out here and going over there.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So once that happened, you reach there and you do see as Bernan is standing in front of something that looks like an altar, but really is a podium. And on its table of that podium, and I need to read that. You do know, obviously. I give me a second. I kind of forgot to reread that part. Okay. Okay. We will shut that off. We'll have to go over there. Right now I'm trying to figure out my notes here because there's something very important right now. Okay. So There we go. That makes more sense. Cool. Okay, cool. So, there we go. So, as you, Banan, are approaching that podium, you feel a sensation that you haven't felt in a very long time. You do actually feel the music in you resonating with the whole tower all of a sudden. And as you step in front of that podium that you can identify, for a brief moment you do hear some music that is in the wind, and it is a little bit off tuned, and it kind of sounds eerie, bisschen unheimlich. It does give you some creepy vibes, yet it doesn't really make you anxious. It is strangely welcoming towards you. And as you step right in front of that podium, you do see that there's a note that's lying on that desk that seems to be glued there, and or at least fixed on that table. And you do read out aloud, after investigating that table, that there's like a shard where once laid a baton, ein Taktstock, and then like dedusting the note, you do read aloud, swing in motion with your notion, nourishing and musing to fly out soothing. Use this very button to play your melody to your heart's content, to keep the melody present and fly back home. Beware the dome. That is what you can read on that note. And you do again see that there's like a little shard, eine kleine Aussparung, where usually a baton would lie in, but there is none. At least you can't see one right now. And this right here is the message that is written in the note. And everyone who's now approaching slowly while you're reading is seeing that you're having kind of a moment there. It is a touching feeling to see Bernan. Although you can't see his face, you still can feel, Shast and Brother Tiberius, that he's smiling, and there's a warmth radiating from him. Some very, very intense emotions are going on there.
So there is something on that podium, or
Aside of that note, there's nothing on that podium. So you would technically have to have a baton, ein Taktstock, or look around if there's still one here somewhere in the building.
did I see one before?
Not to my knowledge. Nope.
Then I say to the others, we need to find a Was war Taktstock?
Baton. B-A-T-O-N.
We need to find a baton.
So yeah, you're turning around and letting the others know that you do need to find a baton. And as you turn around, that wind gust is now spreading through the whole tower, and everyone is able to hear that strange eerie music that was formerly just being heard by you, Banana.
Then I start searching in that room.
Are the other ones following?
I would like, to be honest, I would like to investigate the podium where Banan stood before.
Sure, go ahead and roll investigation.
How can I put the token? Yeah, how do you do this?
I'm holding Alt, the Alt key on a Windows computer. I'm holding the Alt key and then drag and drop.
Oh, okay. Where was it again? And never an investigation here.
Yeah, you do see those braziers left and right to the Feuerschale brazier. To the left and right of that podium, you do look closely, inspect the podium. You're touching all over the podium to the feel. It's fairly cold. It is of a black marble, and you do find that note as well. Yet this seems to be just gibberish that's written on there. There's like literally no sense that you could make out of those letters that are just moving around seemingly. Every time you move your eyes a little bit trying to focus on one of those letters, it will fling and rush over to the left side of the page, for example. Then you follow that and it will right when you focus on it, it will go to the bottom of the page, and every little letter is doing that on there. It's too hard to read for you.
Okay, look on the left where the chest is. Do I see the chest burning or something? Or is it just...
It's still burning.
Okay. After
a little
this,
bit less though.
Oh, okay. After this, I more like talk to Brother Tiberius. Hey, look, there's a letter with weird vocabulary. No.
Yeah, you could say that. Before you do that, Brother Tiberius, were you to follow Bernan, or did you want to just stay there to have like kind of both in the peripheral vision, or what did you want to do? I don't want to overgo you because that now is like technically happening all at once. Bernan is leaving. He's probably here somewhere, while Chast has gotten up there, and investigating the whole podium from bottom to top took her like a minute or two. And that time Bernan could have went into this room and messed with chests or whatever.
Oh yeah, I would like to follow Banan, and I'll actually just ask him what he is doing. and where he's going. Does he answer me?
Oh. I need to find that thing.
That button.
That button.
It stands in the text. First message, second last row. Use this very button to play your melody to your heart's content, to keep the melody present. Fly back home, beware the dome.
Yes, that's why I'm telling Brother Tiberius that there is a letter and that stands on the letter and I need to find that button.
That you basically repeat what you said once you turn around, and the music was to be heard like this eerie wind music, kinda wind chime music, kinda was to be heard for by Chast and Brother Tiberius as well. You said that already back then, and then like a couple of seconds later, Brother Tiberius just catches up and asks you what you're doing now exactly, and you repeat. You look for that button. So while Chast is investigating on that podium, you two guys get into this room. Where do you want to go, Bernard?
I want to look out for that button.
Yeah, you do know that
in
this
this
is
room.
like a probably like 30 to 40 centimeter long wooden stick, kinda, that is very like fine worked, and yeah, that will that may lay like on the tables, on the desks, depending on who ransacked that place, or if someone ransacked that place. Otherwise, it would be probably in a drawer. Usually not thrown into chests, because like chests are fairly cluttered, and these things tend to break easily.
Is in this room something looking like a good button?
Make an investigation check, please.
I will help him look around.
Sure.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, for Brother Tiberius, if he rolls.
No, I want to help him, so I want to give
Okay,
advantage to Sage.
Yep. You can't give Bardic inspiration to yourself, Sage.
Hmm.
Yeah. You do see that there's like this cupboard shelf here where people would like put things into, like those buttons could be like placed in there, but there's nothing that you can find in here. You very quickly like get the idea, if they for whatever reason haven't put it into a chest, into the chest in this room, there's most likely no button in here, so you could practically leave, because again, like the chances are really low that this thing is in a chest. There's no
But
real
there
reason.
is a chest.
And there are chances.
There are chances. I
Yeah,
look
well,
into that
sure.
chest.
You look into that chest. You do see as you open the chest, you do see inside a little box that is rectangular, but that is too small to contain a button. And you do see like a couple of 100 silver pieces. You do see an emerald, a gem, and that's what you see.
Then I say to Brother Tiberius, Brother Tiberius, look in that chest. There are some silver pieces. Take it. And I leave the room.
Take it or leave it.
Use fetch, brother Tiberius. I choose you.
I will actually fetch the silver pieces. We need the money.
Okay, you leave the room, right, Banan? Right after
Yes,
you said
and
that.
I walk over to the next room.
Alrighty. Brother Tiberius, you're opening the chest, you're reaching into that chest. That chest is, again, a very tall chest, right? As like every chest has been in this tower. How tall is your character?
95 centimeters.
Okay, so you would practically, if that chest is like a floor chest, right? Those things are usually like 40 to 50 centimeters high. Right? So you would bend over, you're trying to reach into that chest, and you can grab like a few silver coins, but not before the chest is actually biting you. And
Wow.
and is starting to munch on you and to kind of swallow you. I would like you and the chest to roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Now that's a situation.
Marco, ich hab gedacht, das war nur ein Witz vorhin.
Nein. Alles geplant. Yeah. So the chest is basically with its very bizarre mouth, it's pulling you in, and it got you for like they're practically just the legs looking out by end of its round. How do you want to react? It is complete darkness in that mouth. It is a little bit strange, because it is as if you were looking into some sort of parallel dimension. You do see some floating objects in there. You do see a few things that aren't supposed to be in a thing that is devouring stuff. Like there's nothing that you would expect in a creature. Like literally nothing.
Well, first of all, let's cast light.
Can you post?
Sure.
What are you trying to light up?
Let's say I light up my shield.
I like the idea, you dangling from the teeth of that of that mimic, being still lying on your belly, but kind of lighting up that shield, and all of the sudden, yeah, you do now see clearly that there's like, again, you're still in that darkness, but there are like stars-ish. And there is as you light that up, that shield, there's a voice in the distance. Make a perception roll.
Sure.
You can't really make out what the voice is saying. What are you what are you doing with the remainder of your turn?
I'll try my best to get out of the chest.
Yeah, you're struggling and trying to break free, and as this again has been like a surprise round, make a I will give you that as a non-action. Make a DC 13 either dexterity or strength roll.
Sure. Nope.
No,
I mean, it's
Not
combined
happening.
13, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, you're not emitting any sounds. I was expecting you to cry for help or to shout for help or something like that. Bernan, you do, and mostly Bernan, you do hear how the squeaky Scharniere, the squeaky hinges of the chest are squeaking like a little bit back and forth, probably due to the height of Brother Tiberius. He's not able to like properly reach into that chest, so that would be kinda to be expected, although there's other sounds going on as well. But make a perception roll. Yeah, you can distinct that these sounds are not the crackling sounds. There are crackling sounds, but not the crackling sounds from the burning chest down here, from that mimic. It almost sounds like a nom 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 sound.
Nom nom nom.
Rom 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 sound. Coming from this general direction over here.
So, can I do something now?
You can say if you want to react to that.
Yes, I will check that.
Roll initiative, please. And then next turn you're in. Good job.
Going great today.
I mean, we're starting the round right now, so the mimic will just draw you in further, Brother Tiberius. It's basically now
Bring me
your
up.
it's basically now having you in up to your kneecaps. So there's really not much left of you dangling out of that chest. And the further you get drawn in, you do see that this is not really a parallel universe. There are similar relics to what you saw in the temple. You remember that room where you've been guided into, and got your relic. There are similar relics to that, and they are floating, and the same feeling now, like, is invoked in you that you had when you were in that room. Like that sensation, that's like something you've never seen before. That is very strange to the eye, and there's also this voice which is now getting way louder, and you can hear that it say believe, and it is as much as it is a female voice that you can distinctively hear, it is as much a male voice. And with that information, Bernan, you're up.
I shout to just come over here. There's something wrong. and I go into that room.
Sure. Practically, this is happening. So, yeah, you see two legs dangling out of the maw of the mimic.
Then I try to pull out Brother Tiberius.
You do see that the mimic has very pointy teeth, but you can try.
There's no other option.
Sure. Make a strength check.
Strength. Well,
Nope, he's not moving an inch. Luckily, because like you moved him and wiggled him around a little bit, and you see that the teeth of the of the mimic are sinking into his clothes now. Just make a initiative roll, please, and you're up next round again, as well.
Yeah.
You've been informed now that you should rush into that encounter that's happening. That being
Yeah,
said, we're overlaying more music now.
I did it right this time. Nice.
Very good. So, Brother Tiberius, how do you react? You feel now that something's trying to pull you out of that kind of wake dream that you're having, seemingly.
So I'm not being dragged in any further, right?
Well, not for the moment right now.
And there's still my glowing shield, which means I have some light.
You do. But you do get the
Then,
idea that that whatever light it is that you're seeing is not emitted from the shield. You do see the light from the shield, and that the shield is lit up, but it's not really emitting light in here. There is some like supernatural light, kinda, some magical light maybe. That is, yeah, showing you these objects and just lighting these objects, these relics, and then again there's this voice that told you believe, which is as female as possible and as male as possible at the same time, like both extremes, likewise at the same time.
And believe I shall. I'll pull out the little bell, and I'll try ringing the bell.
And you try ringing the bell. Now that's that's a cool thing.
I'm just curious at what will happen.
You're just curious what will happen. First off, you gain an inspiration point. Mark inspiration.
That's very
And
nice of you.
As you do that, you wiggle a little bit and being completely sucked into the mimic, because you give in some space and making it kind of easier because you have to crawl and look for that bell on your belt. Yet as you are in that mimic, now being completely sucked into it, you do understand all of the sudden that this is an extra dimensional space. And that you are somewhere else. And you get the feeling that you shouldn't be here, but you feel very welcomed. Make a religion check. Oh, that's a close one. Shast, you're up.
I recognize Banan's voice and the scream from him, I guess.
The shout.
And-
Yep.
Yeah, the shout, and I directly go, yeah, like into the small hallway over here, and see Banan and go into the room there. I've got the wrong. Yeah.
For that matter, you stand here.
Okay.
You move over here. You move here. You move over here. Then you move over here. You have like 30 foot.
35.
35. Okay. Yep. So you could move like one more tile straight up, down,
Yeah.
or right or left.
Okay, and I ask Banan what happened there, because I don't see Brother Tiberius anymore in the chest, right? Like, he's
Exactly.
already...
He's gone.
he's-
Thump.
I quickly ask Banan, what happened? What happened? Why did he shout so loud?
Brother Tiberius, the chest. And I
As
point at the chest.
soon as I recognized it, I pulled out my short sword, and does he still have the teeth, or
Mhm.
is the chest back to normal?
It still has its teeth. It didn't had a turn to actually turn back. So yeah, it still has its teeth.
Okay, probably don't work, but I try to pull out my short sword, like draw my short sword and put it between the teeth and try to hebel it out.
Open it.
To use the short sword as a lever, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a acrobatics check. Against an unwilling creature, that's a 17 that you have to hit. Nope. Doesn't happen.
Okay. Worth trying. My turn is now over, I guess.
The mimic's turning back to normal. It again looks like a simple chest. No teeth, no nothing. Just looks like a simple chest.
Then I open the chest again.
Yep, you do see that there's the silver pieces, there's that little box, and there's another box, which is way smaller than the other box.
I try to pull out both of these boxes.
Is it still with the turn order, or can I?
We're still kinda in the turn order.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, you're opening. You would have on next turn the possibility to reach out. You bend over to grab these things, but you already opened the chest to pull out the boxes. and to investigate those boxes. So I think that's enough action in 6 seconds. You can bend over into the chest if you want to, but pulling things out would be another action.
I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay, cool. Brother Tiberius.
I'm not as fine.
Huh?
I'm not as fine.
You aren't?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I mean, it's kind of cozy in here, but kind of
It
weird.
is. It is, right? It does kind of feel weird. And this weird feeling persists. You're looking around and then make a perception roll.
Sure. No good rolls.
You do hear the very same voice that you had have heard before, and you are asked, "Do you believe?"
I'll grab the little bell a bit tighter and respond that, of course, I believe.
Have you ever doubted?
I'm ashamed, but yes, I have.
Your honesty honors you. That's what I've always liked about you. You can't see me, can you? Make another perception check. And you can see a silhouette. Can't really make out any gender. Can't really make out anything. Everything that you can make out is that it makes you sad to see that silhouette, and very happy at the same time. It makes you anxious, but it makes you feel very welcome. And the part in you that is actually there for believing is resonating in your whole body, and you understand who you're seeing there.
I'll slowly bow my head and respond that, yes, I can see you.
It's been a while that we have talked. We've used to chat a lot before you were born. I've been missing your prayers lately a little bit. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me? I will grant you one question.
I'll take another look at the figure and then look at the little bell in my hand and ask, why me?
you have to understand that where's evil, there has to be good. And where's one brother wielding a sword, there needs to be another one being a shield. I've chosen you because you always thought that you believed, but you've been still asking questions, which frankly is not believing. But you've managed to believe in the good of people, although I have thrown some pretty hefty rocks at you, and I'm so sorry that you had to lose your friends. But you may understand in time that everything is for a greater cause, and that you are the chosen one to lead.
Am I the evil? Or is he?
I've granted you exactly one question. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you want to have Shakira back?
I don't know. She's my friend and I want to see her again, but if Valerian Velvet has what makes her happy, then I'll be happy with her.
A very good question, a very good answer indeed. And one last question. Do you want to be spit out here? Or on the third floor? Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Yeah, third floor.
I'm trying to remember if there was anything of note on the third floor.
Just a reminder for you all of you guys. You have been in this tower what feels for like at least a week. It feels everything. Everything feels like fast and slow at the same time. Everything feels like it takes way longer than usual. It's more tasking, if you will. So it is very. It's very well. It can very well be that you already forgotten what is on the third floor. Make a history check.
No good rolls today.
Yeah, but there's striking one memory in the back of your head of a Shast walking down a whole long bridge, being kind of pushed by Banana Magna. Decide now, or I will.
I'll get out on the, I think it's the 7th floor or 8th floor?
8th.
On the 8th floor.
So it shall be. Shast. None of you is actually getting anything of that, obviously. Apart from Brother Tiberius. You see how Banan is opening that now chest again, is looking into it, and just hesitates a little bit. What are you going to do?
I'm barely confused about his action because one before said that there was a brother Tiberius in there, but he's barely not in there right now. Like I can see. Or
Exactly. You do as well see like one smaller chest in there, like one smaller box, one slightly larger box, and yeah, a couple of hundred silver coins pieces.
Okay, I look in the chest. I look at Banan. I look in the chest. I look again in Banan. At Banan, not in Banan. Sorry. And say, what is this kind of a bad joke? You just said there, Brother Tiberius got swallowed by this chest, and and he's not in there. What?
You've seen the mimic.
Yeah, I saw the mimic, but nobody's in there.
Yes, I know that. But there's but there are no more chests than before. I looked before in the chest.
What do you mean with chest?
That small boxes there.
I look in the chest and see emerald, those silver pieces, and the two box, right? Or can I also
Yep.
see something else or less?
Nope.
Okay, but this box can't be Brother Tiberius.
But
Okay.
maybe it can tell us where he is.
Okay, fine. I trust you, but if this is kind of a bad joke, I swear,
Mhm. I swear.
like
Yep.
that you're gonna get something. Yeah. And the better question is now, how can we get those things out of a box?
I show you and I grab the boxes.
You're still in turn order, so you guys are talking, and while you guys talking, the teeth of that mimic are growing back, and with a loud Brother Tiberius is being spit out of that box after it shut down. It shuts its lid again, and Brother Tiberius is now lying fairly undigested on the other side of the room. Roll a d4, Brother Tiberius. And a d2. So you're lying face up and taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And now the mimic's still there, Bernan is looking at that mimic right down, which just spit out the Brother Tiberius. And it's your turn, Bernan.
Heat metal.
Sure, okay, cool. Wrong slider. There we go. Yeah, sure. Again, the what was the word again? Hinges and the fittings, the metal fittings, are turning bright red, and the wood around that around those metal fittings are starting to glim a little bit. Brother Tiberius, it's your turn. You've been spitten out by that creature, that mimic, and you're back in your normal world. Everything's back to normal. There's Bernan, there's Shast, there's
And a burning chest.
a burning chest. Everything's back to
Totally
to
normal.
prior.
Yeah.
It's almost
So
as if
first of all,
it's almost as if you have been here already.
I'll stand up, take a look around, and is the mimic doing anything other than burning?
Not right now. It's heating up, kinda. This one, in a rapid fashion, even.
I'm confused, so I'll dodge.
Before you do hurt yourself
Indeed.
by confusion. Shaz, it's your turn. You see how Brother Brew is getting spit out, and that chest is starting to heat up and catch fire.
I say to brother, not brother Tiberius, I say to Banan, stop lighting up the chest, please. I want to get some silver pieces out of it and those 2 boxes. I'm very curious, to be honest. So could you please stop lighting up every chest?
We came here to ransack that place. Come on.
And after this, I just look at brother Tiberius to Banan and said, yeah, he knows, right? Brother Tiberius was in the chest, however, he just get invisible or something like this in this chest and now got spit out. I don't know. I draw my short sword and just, is the chest fully in flame or just a bit so that I could reach it?
It's not in flames at all. It's just cindering right now. It's just starting to. Es bildet sich gerade erst eine Glut.
Okay, then I draw my short sword and just, ramm es in die Kiste rein.
Yep.
Von oben, falls es geht.
Well, yeah. Roll your attack roll, and we'll decide on how you actually attack the chest. Yeah. You're trying to attack the chest, but Banan's just. You're pretty certain by your good cooking skills he gained some weight. He's just too fat. You can't really fit around here. You're missing the chest. The chest is now growing legs, very long legs, very fragile looking legs, and is walking over here. Both of you... Oh no, Chas, you do get an attack of opportunity if you want to.
What is this?
You just attack. An attack of opportunity is always invoked when an enemy reaches your space and leaves your space the same turn, or when it was in reach before and then leaves your space. Space being 5-foot radius.
Oh yeah, then sure, I make it attack with I can't reach it, right? Right now.
Yeah, you with your short sword, you could have reached it before.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, alright. Then I guess I do it. I take the attack of opportunity. Make, again, a short sword, right?
Hmm? Yep. And this time you're hitting the chest. And you are even cutting off some of the legs because now it's fairly high. This time it grew some legs up to like bringing the chest itself up to like 2 meters. So the legs are 150 long, and then it sits over here just next to Brother Tiberius. And that's when where your turn starts, Banan.
Well, I pull out the crossbow and shoot at it.
Yeah. How is that again?
Oh wait,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
Yep. There's a bolt now stuck in the chest. And if you want to, you can use your
Bonus action.
heat metal for bonus
real
action.
quick.
Yep.
Real quick. Shooting in melee range. He has disadvantage.
Ooh, right. That's melee range. Yeah, well, technically, I will have to think about that because we're playing with that little different system there. Because technically, the diagonal is not 5 foot anymore. But still, I would say, like, for attacks, this is still, like, the 5 foot range. Even the diagonals. Makes it way easier then. Sure, yeah. In that case, there's no bolt in that chest. Good thing that you've reminded me.
Well, then heat metal.
Of course. Heat that metal. Brother Tiberius is getting really warm next to you. Like, really, really warm. There's now, like, orange metal fittings on that chest that haven't been there before. And it's starting to burn, actually. And that's your turn. In the last 6 seconds, you've seen that thing crawling over you. Like, literally crawling over you because of those tremendous amounts of legs. And you would have expected the chest to be way heavier. But those feet have felt way more like a... How do you say? Like a blanket? Kinda? Almost? Because probably of so many feet there. Some of them got almost cut off by Shast, and then it placed itself next to you, and and Bernan actually shot at it, missing, not by much, but missing it, and all of a sudden that thing is starting to burn and getting way, way, way hotter. And that's when when those 6 seconds are have passed by.
It's a bit complicated.
Only if you make it.
Yeah, indeed. I'll just go by gut feeling, and I'll take a step over here next to Banan, and am I getting attacked? First of all.
Nope.
In that case, I'll pull at Bernard's leg and tell him to stop because it's not a bad guy.
That's your action. Just. You do hear the same thing that Banana's being told by Brother Tiberius, that you can see now walking over to where the chest was placed before.
Yeah, I look at the chest, I see it burning. I
Facepalm.
take a deep breath and say, Banana. Oh, no, Banana. Please listen to me once. Yeah, that's my action. I don't want to do anything.
The mimic will actually walk over here this time. Like more over here. And you do get a attack of opportunity, Bernan. Technically, you would as well, Shast. Although reaching over the desk, in my opinion,
Why
not
though?
possible.
I mean, it
Because
was
he's
here.
crossing. Yeah, it was there.
Oh, he's
it was
crossing.
crossing this field and this field and this field. So technically, by D&D rules, you can attack it if you want to. Like the both of you, Bernan and Shast.
I don't attack.
Okay.
But
I don't
could
attack too.
Could I just do something else beside from attack? No. No.
Nope.
Okay.
That is literally just meant so you can like attack the enemy,
Okay.
the potential enemy. Yeah, Bernan, do you want to?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So that's your turn then.
I asked Brother Tiberius why I shouldn't attack it. And that's my turn.
Brother Tiberius.
It's difficult to explain, but it's not a bad guy. It it swallowed me, but that was helpful. That's my turn.
Just. You hear those two guys talking now, and if you don't attack, we'll end the combat turn order here.
I don't attack, but I try to barricade more or less the door with some. This is a table, and what are those things again?
Chairs.
Yeah, with some chairs so the chest couldn't escape if he want to.
So you barricade
Right.
yourselves with the chest in that room?
That's a good idea.
I'm just asking. No, I just want to get the idea.
The stairs here, not the chest.
Yeah, you want to take the chair and put it into the door, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To barricade
Basically. Yeah.
the room where you are in.
Not in the doorway, like here. I can show it. Here. So that
So you want to pull that chair out basically, so it can't walk there.
yeah, basically those two. There is one hidden.
Yeah, sure. There's one
Okay.
here. You have seen that this, at least this chest, had legs as tall as 1.50 meters. So it's likely that it can just crawl over these chairs if it wanted to.
Okay, then I do nothing. I thought that it was just like 1 meter legs, but
No. That's been like very tall legs, but very high legs. Okay, so
then.
that will end the turn order. The chest will go over here, and it is starting to lick all over itself, where there's like flames. And well, you're free to discuss now.
So you have to explain, Brother Tiberius, what happened.
Oh, well, I was about to collect the silver that you told me about, and then the mimic, well, it tried to swallow me, and I ended up in this strange other place or other world, and there were stars around me that weren't really stars, but it was similar to the sanctuary in the monastery. And then I saw and I talked to Loyev.
So that chest bring you into a other universe?
Something like that, yes.
That's too high
It's
for
hard
me.
to explain.
That's much too high for me. I go and search for my baton. And I try to get out of the room.
I assume Shast is letting you out of the room, right?
yeah.
Then I go to the next one.
Sure. You two guys, Brother Tiberius and Shast, are going to do something.
I'm interested in Brother Tiberius' story, so I listen to him and ask, is there something else that happened to you? Also, that happened in this other dimension?
Make a history check.
Me?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
And
There it is. Oh, there's good rolls.
make a perception check as well.
Sure.
Your holy symbol is gone. And yes, there was something else. Actually, the chest was starting to disintegrate the holy symbol, and it was about to like disintegrate the scale mail as well, it is a little bit fizzled, if you will so. So it was actually trying to devour you.
Brother Tiberius will ignore that
Sure.
because the mimic helped me.
Yeah. It did help you. Kinda.
Oh, it definitely did. So, Shast, you see that Brother Tiberius is a bit shifty eyes about this, but he tells you that there wasn't anything else.
Well, I accept that he's not lying to me. Or either way, I probably know that he's lying to me, but I just accept it. And
Well, you can tell
think
from
that-
his chainmail that he's wearing, scale mail, that he's wearing, that something must have happened, but you are kind of convinced that he's not really lying to you, but rather he didn't realize yet that his scale mail fizzled a little bit, and you didn't want to shock him unnecessarily, right?
yeah, it is the reason why. So I just believe him, and yeah, we say I just believe in etc. And he didn't told me anything beside that, right? You didn't want to, Brother Tiberius. I already forgot this fact.
I told you that I went to a weird otherworldly place and that it was similar to the sanctuary or so the Heiligtum, das Heiligtum, inside of the monastery, and that I was talking to Loyev, and Shas definitely knows that Loyev is the god that Tiberius believes in.
Yeah, yeah, but afterwards I was asking if anything else happened, and you declined it. Delies?
Right, correct.
Yeah, okay. That's what I wanted to ask. So I just accepted it and asked, wait. Wait. Did you just say you talked to Loy? I can't
Lawyer.
say it.
Loyev.
Loyev? Oh. You just talked to Loyev?
Yes, I did. But let's talk about that when we're back in the city.
Yeah.
Oh, not the city, when we're back in town.
Alright, if you say so. But now I'm just now I just lower my voice a bit and say to him, but I really want to know what else is in this chest. Do you think we could get it if we try to? In the chest, what devour you? I mean, what sent you in a parallel universe? Or no,
So
not
here's the
parallel.
problem. Tiberius is convinced that this chest is that this mimic is a nice guy. So he will just tell you that, of course, if you want treasures, you could just try asking for them.
Do you think it is okay if we just like, is the chest back to normal, or is it still licking himself?
This has been like a conversation of what, like 5 minutes, and Banan has some extraordinary flame power there. It is still very heated. It's not licking itself anymore because by now the wood is dwindled and it's not burning anymore, so you can still see the teeth of that chest, but it is also not, again, licking itself anymore.
Okay, then I say to Brother Tiberius, then I compromise.
Compromise?
Compromise.
I just tell him a compromise that if the chest is turning back to normal, we just open that chest and try to not pull it over, to like umzukippen, dass alles rauskommt.
Turn it over, that's correct.
Yeah, to turn it over so that we just don't risk anything and you don't have to go back to the universe or to the whatever it's called again. My brain doesn't work anymore.
Oh, sure, let's try that out later. But I
Yeah.
think we should look after Bernan for now. He seems a bit fixated on a stick.
What a baton!
Stick.
And
Maybe-
while you're saying that, you can see Magna sitting on here, scratching himself with his foot behind his ear.
Just the usual Magna stuff.
Ja.
Just the usual
hat sich
Magna
das-
stuff.
Er hat sich das von Harry abgeschaut. Sein
Who's
Hase.
Harry?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
Henry.
Right. I remember.
Henry.
Henry it was.
Henry the Hare.
Yeah, so you guys follow Banan right now, I guess.
Right.
Banan, while these guys have been talking, you had enough time to look into this drawer, into under this table, and under this cupboard, into this sideboard. Couldn't find anything. Probably moved on to the next room, right?
Yes.
Moved on to the next room. Nothing in
Oh,
there.
a chest.
Nothing in there. Do you want to look into the chest?
Yes.
Yes, you do. You do see a lot of gold pieces in there.
But no baton.
No baton. Like, these are a
I-
lot of gold pieces.
I shout to Brother Tiberius and just, here's some gold, come over. And wait for the others.
Because that worked very well in the last time.
Yeah. And the circle have
Just in
begun.
case that's a mimic. And then I try to pick up one gold piece.
You do.
I do. Then how much gold is in there?
How good's your math skill?
Not
let me
so good.
let me check your intelligence score. Would be math more intelligent? Yeah, that would be intelligence, not wisdom. So roll an intelligence check for how quickly you can grasp how much money is in there.
You really can do math.
Mathematics on wisdom. That's like thick bandits.
You would roughly estimate that there's like more than 150 gold pieces in there.
So I take 20 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Nope.
Then I say to just, go over and take some.
I go over the chest and oh no, it's just my hawk. So I
Only
go-
Aurora goes over to the chest.
yeah. Look in the chest and do I just see gold or something? Or
Make a perception
Something-
throw.
Perception. Wow.
Ooh, that's bipolar. You do see as well the floor of the chest, side of the coins. There's nothing more in there.
Mm.
I would
It's
have
a
loved to
natural
granted you more, but
20.
I really would have loved to granted you more there, but there's literally nothing more in there. There's gold, and you do see that there's like 180 gold pieces left in that. You grasp that really fast.
Okay. I take 30 gold
Hmm?
pieces out and say to the others, well, now there's 150 gold pieces left in there. So if someone else want to grab something,
No one
Do it.
dares to grab too much of the chests. I guess you're stepping aside.
yeah.
Uh,
Then
Magna says
Yeah.
something like, Magna nix wissen, Magna doesn't know gold. Why gold pieces? And offers Brother Tiberius to walk there first.
I say to Brother Tiberius, let me grab you some gold, and I take out.
1 gold piece and give it to
That's your worth. There we go.
50 gold pieces and give it to Brother Tiberius.
Sure. I'll hold open my backpack. I will find more better.
And then I say, we need to find that baton. And I start searching in the next room.
So I take it that you leave the last 100 gold pieces in there.
And I took nothing out there.
Okay, cool.
I will try to convince Magna to help me fill up my backpack.
Sure. If you help me, I help you. Now Hirashi. He has a very distinct voice with that character. I'm not sure I'm doing him justice here.
You're doing great.
So yeah, he helps you to fill your backpack with gold, and if Shast isn't stopping you guys, he will fill all the 100 gold in there.
So I'm at 150 gold.
Mm-hmm.
You're rich now.
Respect.
You do
I
know
also-
that you have been in this room already, Banon.
Yes, but I only checked the chest.
That's true.
Mm,
So I start searching.
Cool. Do your search.
If
Shast, what's up?
yeah, I had Brother Tiberius to fill up the coins.
So yeah, more helpers then. Cool. Someone's crossing the rooms. Ah, okay.
Yep. Just making sure we remember which rooms we were in.
Yep. While you're filling up your Brother Tiberius backpack, Bernan already found that there's nothing to be found in this room anymore. There is some smaller things, like minor things, really. There's like sometimes there's very old paper. Sometimes there's like maybe a very, very old copper coin. Here and there's like laying broken glasses. There's a mirror on that desk that's very dusty, but there's nothing of real worth.
Is the mirror looking good?
Well, you look into it, right?
How large is the mirror?
Too large to fit it into your backpack,
Hmm.
but not too large to fit it under your arm.
Then I fit it under my arm.
Sure. Okay, you just take it, you grab it, and it's under your arm now. You're carrying that mirror on now. Hopefully you don't break it. And
I hope so.
and you're moving over to the next room, I guess,
Yes.
by going through room B. Are you this room over here? Are you checking that room first?
Yes, I will check it.
Okay, these guys are having troubles keeping up with you because you're checking so frenetically. Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh, right. While we're here, is this mimic still burning?
Yeah, it's been very dry wood, and it's been a lot of wood. It's not burning as in sensational a pit fire burn. It's more now like simmering. Is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. So it's more like simmering.
Okay. Do we see any shinies?
Wait. Whoa. Okay, you gotta drag your character where you actually want to be right now. Because I moved them on my own, because assuming that you were going there. Coming from up here, you most likely either are here or you are going into that room with Bernan still looking through this room.
I mean, since he's looking through the whole room, that will take a while, and I'll just pass by him and go through this door.
Okay, cool. Okay, now it makes sense. Magna will sit on the sideboard here in the corner, just making sure that everything's all right. Just what do you want to do?
I guess I just go over with Brother Tiberius and looking for the chest. So nothing spectacular.
Make Brother Tiberius make an investigation, and Aurora just make a perception check.
Perception.
Pretty certain that's a no.
You can always use your inspiration to re-roll or to fancy some crap that you like to not fancy some crap to build something and come up with a very cool idea that I may or may not approve because of that inspiration then.
Perception?
Uh-huh. Yeah, the thing is, Brother Tiberius is telling you that he's looking for some coins or something like that, and you do see that there's some metally inside that, inside the rib cage, if you will, so of that chest, because one or two of those chest wood bars have burned, and you do see that there's a chunk of a substance that seems to be gold. while you're thinking on that, Bernan, make an investigation.
I
Oh, you
did
had
it.
that. Yeah, so you open that chest first because, well, chests, and you do see that there's a rod in there, a staff actually. And this staff has a nice ribbon around it, and got as you touch it, like you bend down, you're looking, because that staff is not too much longer than a baton could be, so it could be a very, very extraordinary baton. But as you touch it, it feels on your fingertips like there are insects crawling on your skin. And by shock, you just let it drop.
Well, I try it again.
Same sensation. It feels like there are these insects crawling, and they're crawling up your skin the longer you hold it.
Hmm. Then I search for some clothes.
No cloths there, but there's a Magna sitting in the room and actually looking very interested in what you're doing there.
Magna, there is something in the chest. Can you try to grab it?
Sure, why not? And he's walking over and he's just picking it up.
Wow.
What's wrong with thing?
I don't know. Just hold it.
Feels a little weird.
Can you bring it to the podest for me?
Sure.
Then let's go over there.
And then he, while you're walking here, he's mentioning that he saw a wooden stick in one of the drawers on that sideboard.
Oh, then I go back to the part.
And while you're doing that, we're going over to Chast and Brother Tiberius.
So I see that it could be gold. Do I know if it's gold? No, right?
Nah, you can't. It does look golden.
Okay,
And it seems to be a blob of gold.
okay, so it don't burn anymore, right?
It's
It's
still
just-
sizzling hot.
How near can I go to the?
Or you can
Check?
can go right next to it.
Yeah, okay. I pull out my short sword and try to like pinch the clump of gold out of the thing. So
Yeah,
very slowly, and I also every time I pick this gold, I put my sword back and let it cool down for a bit, so that I don't get burned by it.
Okay, so you go over there to that chest, and Brother Tiberius is following you.
Oh no!
And that will move with you now.
Fine.
And Brother Tiberius is eagerly looking what you're doing there. You are opening the lid of that chest because that mimics down, and you're actually doing with this chest what you had in plans for the other one. You're tripping it over, and as you do that, both of you see that this seems to be a plate of gold by now. It's really hard to estimate how much worth that plate of gold has, and it seems as if it is not just gold in that substance. There seems to be more in it. There also seems to be a few coins which are now being revealed under the gold that are actually of silver color, and which you can both identify as platinum. And as the gold plate is falling over and tipping over and kind of out of the chest, these coins are now falling out, and those are three platinum pieces.
Look over there. Are those Brother Tiberius? Look over there. Are those silver points? Points.
Pieces.
No,
Pieces.
pieces.
Coins
Silver
or pieces.
Pieces.
Silver pieces.
I'm not sure. It doesn't quite look like silver.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, could it be could it be platinum? What do you think?
Thank you.
What are
Thank you for the
thinking of?
follow, Hoss
What
00312.
about
Thank you.
That's certainly possible. We should take it with us.
Yeah, but wait, they barely could be hot. They could be hot. They were
Right,
inside
let me rephrase that. We should take them with us once they're cold.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And look at the golden plate. It looks so
That's
golden.
a lot of gold.
We also should take this with us.
Can
Alright.
we make any educated guess about how much gold that actually was before?
Nah. It's a gold plate
chance,
now.
right?
Nah. Mm-mm.
Okay.
You would have to measure, and again, there is some silvery and coppery substances in there. So this is probably like a mess of silver coins, copper coins, and gold coins. But
It's a money alloy.
yeah, kinda. and by the size, you could like estimate at least. Well, it must have been more than like 50 gold pieces, and probably 10 silver pieces, and just like a handful copper pieces. So you would guess, both of you would guess, this is like roughly 100 gold pieces, maybe. It is a thin layer of gold, of molten gold, wobbly texture.
Okay. I look at those things, look at the chest again, and suddenly my stomach starting to grow.
Hmm?
So, and I say to Brother Tiberius, "Are you also hungry as me?"
I could use something to eat, yes.
I mean, we have meat here. We could barely cook it over the chest, so.
Wow.
Well, technically, it's hot enough to sizzle something on the metal fittings, so that might work. But while you're planning your stuff over there, Bernan is running back to that, and in that sideboard right here, you do find the baton that you've been looking for. This is a very fine baton. It is of a very rare rare wood that you've never seen before. It almost has something magical to it. Maybe it does have something magical to it. Yet you're sure this must be the baton that that you need for that pedestal. It has an engraving that reads music enhancer, and therefore, well, you do get the idea. It has to be that very button that you need for this.
Then I walk over to there.
Sure. Magna's following you because, well, he was following you before as well. And these guys over here are seeing you. You are just focusing on that one, or are you looking over here as well to see what they are doing? Because you kind of got the idea as you've walked back into that room that they are messing with that chest, with that mimic.
I hold the baton in my hand and say, I found it, and I looking at the podest.
How do you guys want to react to that?
Do you, Brother Tiberius, do you want to react to it, or should I?
Well, Brother Tiberius is probably not the one you seeing Bernan. He's hearing Bernan, but not seeing him.
Yeah, Brother Tiberius is probably occupied with preparing the bear meat.
Yeah. Could I just step outside now of the chest and go more like here?
Yeah,
Or
you probably have shoved it over here so that room entry is free. Talking about feeling exhausted, strangely enough, Brother Tiberius, you're feeling all well again. You're not feeling like having any pain anymore, and also that hunger both of you have felt before seems to be just because you're used to be hungry at that time. You're not really hungry anymore. Bernan, you've used spells. You can feel that your resource that you're casting from, right? The amount that you would usually be able to cast is still the very same as if it would be completely reloaded. You have been using spells, but you haven't. It feels very trippy now that everyone's like coming to realize that.
That's good.
So, just once more, how do you react?
I'm not hungry anymore.
Exactly.
No.
But you can still cook, and you probably could still eat. It's fine.
Okay, then I go over the chest more.
You shoved it aside. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here that I can barely see that I can see the altar here. I mean, it isn't a high wall over here, right?
There's no walls at all. You're looking here down to the first to the ground floor. This is the 7th floor. This is probably the 3rd floor, and this is like the 5th floor, something like that. This one is just a little bit elevated, and he's standing here. Bernan is standing there as if he was like in front of an orchestra.
Okay. I stick the bear meat on the sword, on my short sword, and say to say, yeah, that's great. While I'm saying this, I'm putting the bear meat over the fire or
Mm.
hot thing over there. And what are you gonna do now?
I put it into that socket. And
Nothing
that's
happens.
what I do.
Nothing happens.
I look over to Banan. Are you sure this is right? What you're gonna to do now? And how do you even know?
Then I try to play on the podium.
So here's what's happening. Oh boy. Too many things to do here. There we go. You're picking up that baton, right? And you're looking down at that note, and as you're reading, right, swing in motion with your notion, nourishing and musing to fly out soothing. Use this very baton to play your melody to your heart's content, to keep the melody present and fly back home. Beware the dome. You're starting to play and to basically use that baton as if you were directing the song that we're hearing right now, your song, your utmost inner song that you've always had in your head but never had the chance to really and truly live out in front of an orchestra. And all of a sudden the winds that are coming from down here are picking up and they are playing the same song as you are. All of the stress from the previous, what felt like a week, 7 days, are relieving completely off you now. You are all in your element. It is beautiful. Like the sun rays are hitting the right spots in this tower to make it look even more beautiful than it was before. All those ornaments now are shining, and you do realize that you are changing the environment. Everything begins to swirl around you, and those braziers of that are usually holding fire are now lighting up. There's a blue flame that is starting to be sucked into that swirl that you're seeing, and you first think that this is just a swirl that is made by that tower and the wind. You kind of think this may be a hurricane that is forming, a tornado kinda. But now with those blue flames, you realize it is actually magic, and you're producing that magic, and it feels so great. You can feel how Magna is trying to hold you back, kinda. He's at least putting his hand on your shoulder, and the next moment, you're back right in front of your home door. And leaving behind Brother Tiberius and Chast.
Well,
Hernan found the shortcut. You could hear Magna here that you could hear Magna saying something to Bernan. You can't really grasp what he said because it was carried by the wind and carried away by the wind. But as he left now, this eerie music that was playing before has become the melody that Banan has been playing. So the winds are basically playing his melody now.
I look at the podest and I look at Brother Tiberius. So, could I say what's happened? Or kann ich mal sagen, wie es wahrscheinlich aus meiner Sicht ausgesehen hat?
Sure.
Ich meine, die waren dann ja einfach weg, richtig?
Mm-hmm.
So
they've
I'm looking
both
at the
vanished.
yeah, I'm looking at a podest where Banan is swinging the. Oh, it's.
The baton, yeah.
Es ist ja ein Taktstock, oder?
Mhm.
Yeah, the swinging the baton, and the Magna is right behind him. And after this, I'm looking back to my meat, look at Brother Tiberius, look back to the podest, see no one's there, looking back at the me. Wait, I don't see anything there. I looking to Brother Tiberius. Brother Tiberius, where are Banan and Magna?
You have been looking longer at the meat than you would think, because there's this whirlwind that didn't really pull on anything, but it was there for everyone to see, and even the blue flames from those braziers here have been there. Brother Tiberius has been looking at all of this, and he kinda understands that it is all right and that there's nothing worrisome with them. Yet he understands that you both are alone now in this tower that tried to kill you more than once.
Brother Tiberius, what should we do now? They are gone.
I'm not too sure.
What
Did I hear what Magna said to Bernan?
You just saw that he said something. Those words have been carried away by the wind. They've been drawn away by the wind, kinda. If that makes sense.
So no chance to have heard that, right?
Exactly. That's like as if you were shouting into against a wall of wind, and someone would be standing behind it. But he has been pointing at you and Shast.
Just for the record, what did he exactly say again?
Nothing. You don't know.
Yeah, but as a player.
You don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Brother Tiberius, what if they send like you in another dimension? Or something bad happened to them?
Does he believe in any gods?
Banan? You mean Banan?
Yes.
Or, except for himself, I don't think so.
and I'm not too sure what happened to him.
Uh, well, we we probably have to hurry up a bit and get out of the tower. I don't want nothing against you, but I think we two are a bit too weak here for this. As a group, I feel more like safer. We are powerful more in a group than like two of us or in a duo.
But where would we find them?
I don't know, maybe they are also still in the tower. But the first thing that I learned in the Hunter's Lodge is if the hunters lost each other, that they treffen, verdammt.
They meet.
They meet again at the home of each other. Of the home, so the base of those. In the Hunters Guild, is it the Hunter's Lodge where they both jagen, verdammt, hunt? Where they both hunt, and I think in our situation it's something like the tavern or our homes.
I don't quite get what you want to say with that.
Also, quick of
Yep.
Ja, okay.
Just repeat in German. It's fine.
Weißt du, das erste, was ich in der Gilde gelernt habe, oder Hunters Lodge, wie auch immer, wie man es nehmen will, ist, dass sobald sich zwei Jäger verlieren, sie sich an dem Treffpunkt wiederfinden, wo sie halt auch wirklich wissen, dass sie da wieder zurückkommen. In dem Fall ist es halt die Hunters Lodge oder die
Jagdhütte?
Jagdhütte halt eben. Aber in unserem Fall wäre es halt eben die Taverne oder halt das Zuhause halt von uns.
Ah, okay. So, do you think we should go to Bernard's home then?
Yeah, Bernard and Magna's home. They're both living in the village, right?
Mm-hmm. They have a
the
flat in the
tavern.
village, both, yeah.
Oh yeah, and the tavern might be. So I think that this would be the best idea.
Sure, let's try that out.
I put away the meat that's not even done, right? Yeah, that's not even done at this moment.
Yeah, it's partially done.
Okay, I eat it. If you say so.
But the parts that are done, you cut out the parts that are done and you eat it, and you feel well done. You feel well rested and well fed, and the both of you can actually make their way down to the basement of the tower again.
Yeah, but before those gold platinum pieces in there, could we pick it up? Or is it hot? Still hot, I guess.
It's not. Has cooled down.
Okay, I say to Brother Tiberius, okay, let's back it up. No.
Yeah, makes sense. Actually, let's back it up. Let's back out out of here.
Nein,
let's
ich
get
meine
down.
aufheben halt eben.
Oh, let's
skill
pick it
fits.
up.
Let's pick those platinum and gold plate up. How heavy are those things?
Give me a quick moment here. Don't need that one.
How heavy is the alloy of wealth?
The alloy of wealth. Why do you have like a name for that already?
I don't know. It's just that I like it.
Uh, 3.5 pounds.
For the golden plate?
Huh? The alloy of wealth. And yes, it does fit into your backpack.
Meine Stärke mal 15, 16 mal 5 ist 90.
Der Charakterbogen macht das automatisch. Wenn du
Ja.
zu viel trägst, sagt er dir das.
Ja, eben, aber ich wollte nochmal sicher gehen. Should I pick up the plate or you?
You can go for it.
Alright. And also the platinum points?
Sure. Pick them up as well.
Okay. And Brother Tiberius, what do you think about the other chest? Should we quickly go to there and check, or should we leave it?
Do you mean this chest?
Yeah.
The one on the right?
Yeah, that's one of you.
Oh, sure. Let's take a look if it has, well, calmed down now.
I have set up the alloy of wealth in your. I've literally called it alloy of wealth. In
Yeah,
your,
I saw it.
And with that, that's what you know as player, but not as character. So better don't look into the info.
Okay.
Exactly, three platinum pieces. You're a rich man now, or a rich
Yay.
woman for that matter. Yeah, so you both guys are going over here, and who's the lucky one trying to do anything with that and interacting with it?
I guess so. Because if Brother Tiberius would barely do it, he, well, would
Get
be
swallowed again, yep.
So I try to open the chest like normally,
Yep, nothing happens.
and I go to the side and push it over, so that in the normal case everything inside would fall out.
As you do that, Bernard, make a d20 roll, please. You want to roll
This
over
is-
10.
Bei Bananen.
Hat so ein bisschen was von Kühe schubsen in der Kindheit, ne?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, yeah, you push it over and nothing's falling out.
warum hat jetzt Bananen für mich gerollt?
To include him,
Oh,
because he'll be practically not doing anything for the next 15 minutes, and already has been out of combat, out of action for the last 15 minutes.
Okay, I look at Brother Tiberius and say, nothing is falling out.
Has the chest been opened? Or is it just laying on the side now?
Shast said she'd open the lid, right?
Yeah.
And then push
Okay,
it
so
over.
it is open, but nothing fell out.
Yep.
Like I pushed it. So, how could I explain it?
Hmm.
I draw.
Don't bother explaining, I already understand. I'm just thinking about what to do next.
While you guys are thinking, I'll be back in a second.
Sure.
There we go. Sage, Bernan, you feel well rested, and that baton that you had in your hand, you don't have it anymore. You still have the shoulder of the hand of Magna on your shoulder, and you do get to you do get the sense after a brief moment to realize what you actually have done. You've teleported yourself for the first time, maybe for the last time, but it was a very great experience, and you want to experience it again. Magna is as confused as you are, because you kinda did it not on purpose. Yet this baton that you formerly had seems to have turned into a coin, a token, if you will, so that that has two little drums on it. It looks like a coin, and those drums are on there, but aside of that, you can't really make something out of it yet. But you are home. You're in front of your door. You're physically home, and you do actually know that you are safe now. You do know that Shast and Brother Tiberius are still in the tower.
Well, how large is that coin?
It is almost as large as the as your palm. I think palm is the word. Ja. As your palm. Wie deine Handfläche. So it's fairly large.
Then I put it carefully in the backpack.
Cool. With that being said, I hope you liked that. Little character highlight here, and I hope you're fine with me now navigating the last 10 to 15 minutes of this round for the other two guys. If you want to, you could leave. I would really appreciate if you could just stay with us.
I will stay with you.
Cool. Okay, so I'll drag you back into the streaming channel.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Welcome back.
What did you guys decide to do now?
Yeah. Would you like, Chris?
Sure.
Okay.
I would like to look into the chest to
Yeah.
see if I find any riches.
You do see that wealth of gold coins that you saw before, and even the emerald, and that black box you do see as well, but it is stuck to the floor of the mimic.
Are all of these things stuck to the floor, or just the box?
All of the things.
Okay, in that case, I'll try to grab the emerald and see if I can pull it out. Round 4, baby.
Roll an initiative.
Wow.
Ich auch.
Oh, wait a sec.
Still sticking to bad rolls.
Wait a sec. Okay, yeah. Like both of you. Both of you've been kind of expecting that the mimic would attack you if you do something like that.
Very
I
much so.
assume. So, this time the mimic is actually yeah, attacking you.
A 15 does not hit me.
That's good for you. Being grappled nonetheless. Yeah, you do feel the sharp teeth on your scale mail and scale mail? I think it's a scale mail that you were wearing,
Yep.
right? And you're just happy that you have that scale mail right now. Because they're pointy,
I'm more
they're sharp.
shocked about being betrayed by this longtime friend of mine. That helped me see so many great things in life.
Yeah, of course. That's totally plausible. Understandable.
So this time Tiberius is actually screaming and trying to get out and hoping that Shas will help him.
Make a d20 roll.
Oh, sure.
You're
Nope.
you're panicking.
Still bad.
You're panicking a lot. Shast.
Yeah. I go behind Brother Tiberius. So he's stacking. He's in the chest, I guess. The token. So I just let Aurora say fly a bit up so that she's not on my shoulder anymore. I go behind Brother Tiberius, and before I try to grab him on the legs, and before I try to pull him out, I say, could you also try to grab on the black box?
Wow.
To
Well,
the
we'll
black
try
box, and alright. I think I don't know that he grabbed the emerald, right?
Very, very unlikely that you know that.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, then I say, can you, because I know that many silver pieces, a black box and emerald. I just say to him, could you grab the
Oh, yeah, silver
emerald
pieces.
and a black box, please? And yeah, My neck just hurt.
Yeah, the answer that you get is a lot of gibberish that amounts to basically pull me out.
Yeah, okay.
You can
after
hear you can hear that he's hyperventilating. He's in a
Okay.
panic mode right now.
So I try to pull him out now. I pull him out now, in other words.
Acrobatics roll
Acrobatic.
on disadvantage.
Yeah, of course. You have
And
to
also
say
said
it
that after he's out of
afterwards.
He's not moving an inch.
Uh-huh.
Yep. The mimic's now munching on you. It is not just like sucking you in as the first time. It is now munching on you. And a 13 doesn't hit.
Indeed.
So, yeah, it is munching on you, and you can feel that it is munching through your skull mail. Make a wisdom saving throw against 15, please.
Boy, that's a 14.
You're still panicking. You can't do anything. Shast, it's your turn.
If I pull again, is it still on disadvantage?
Yes. I can explain why. You've tipped over that box, right? So technically what's happening is we're having a box here, then we're having a lid here, we're having very pointy teeth here that are actually looking into that direction kinda, and very pointy teeth here as well. We've got a Brother Tiberius that is kinda in that mess.
Oh.
And you're pulling against the pointy teeth. You're basically pulling him into the teeth, and that's why I'm saying you're rolling on disadvantage.
Okay. Let me check real quick. Okay, I pull out my short sword and try to and start to stab the chest or attack the chest.
Mm-hmm. Very good. That hits, and that hits for a lot of damage. Actually, the lid of the chest is splintering now, and some light is shedding into the chest. Brother Tiberius can see that light, and the DC just got lowered. The wisdom save DC just got lowered to 10. Still, there's a munching mimic on Brother Tiberius, and hitting for 10 damage.
And that hurts. It hits and hurts and whatever.
Mm-hmm. And that's your turn, Brother Tiberius. Make a wisdom save.
Alrighty.
And you break free out of your panic. You see that light, you remember that you just had a talk with your god, and you breathe in, which was not the smartest idea because that air around you is kind of acidy, but it still is enough to bring you back into reality, and you can try to struggle free or do whatever you'd like. You are grappled, though.
Let me read up on a certain spell for a second.
Considered. Just saying, you guys do have inspiration as well, right? Well, Magna doesn't. But,
So, alright, I'll use my action to try and break free.
Sure.
It's
That's
athletics
against
or acrobatics, right?
13, exactly. It's, yeah, I think it was strength or dexterity saving throw. I said earlier.
Sorry, okay. Let's go with a dex save then.
Yeah, no. You're still stuck in there.
Not quite. In that case, I will instead use my bonus action to invoke a spell. And I will conjure a spiritual weapon in this place. I just read up on the spell and I do not need to see the place where I cast it.
Yeah, sure.
Can it immediately attack?
That case.
When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack. Okay. So I can immediately roll an attack with the weapon. And it's a 16 to hit for 10 force damage.
That box is getting scattered on its lid a lot. A lot. You do, that is floating over here. You do see way more light now. The DC next time on, I know you broke free out of that paranoia, out of that panic mode. So never mind. Chest, it's your turn.
The chest is still moving, right?
It is gnawing on Brother Tiberius. For sure, it's moving. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I again attack with the short sword the chest and try to completely scatter it.
Sure. Don't roll a 1. That's good. You almost scatter it. You almost. The lid is now practically gone. It's mostly the metal frames and the teeth. You can see Brother Tiberius in there. But the mimic has one last attempt and one last bulging power to bite onto Brother Tiberius. It's not forceful enough though to make it through the armor again, because it had to relieve its teeth once for a brief second there as that force damage from the spiritual weapon came in and the short sword swing as well. So it opened the lid just the tiniest bit and then munched again, all in 1 second, but didn't find the grip of where it formerly bit. Brother Tiberius, you're up.
Alright, once again the same. I will try to break free.
Nope.
We're getting better, slowly but surely. And I will once again use my bonus action to command the spiritual weapon to attack.
Sure.
A 12 to hit.
How do you want to do it? Destroy it. Didn't expect that. Spotlight.
Correct.
Alrighty,
I'm really bad at making stuff like that.
The spiritual weapon actually is hitting right at the hinges where the lid fuses into the body of the chest and breaks that off. That being said, the lid is now swinging back to the wall and setting you free, leaving both of you a direct look into the chest and all those silver coins and under it there were some minor gold coins. Now you can see it, are actually starting to form a gooey mass. Brother Tiberius, you're backing off fairly quick, and changing the music. And you both see as that gooey mass takes almost the same size as your alloy of wealth that you've got formerly. Both of you understand now that your alloy of wealth, as you've named it, are actually the innards of a mimic.
I still keep it.
Kinda disgusting, not gonna lie. Let's see if we can sell it.
you have another plate there. That is of different value, of different coin value though. Do you want to put that into your inventory as well?
Quick question: is everything in buildings, also the box, just
There's nothing left.
okay? Yeah, I take it.
Sure, let me put that into your...
So first of all, I try to just tip it if it's acid or something like this.
No, it's not
What-
acidic.
Okay. Boring. Okay. Fine, thanks. Alloy of wealth too.
Can we please agree on not editing while I'm editing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
You
thought
would have to
were-
tell us when you're editing then.
Yeah, I know. That was just, I was just wondering why I would delete everything out of this, and then I realized, someone has put the weight to it, but the weight here is different actually.
Oh.
So yeah, what's your plan now?
I'd say we're finished with this floor
Session.
of the tower. And with the session, yes. And
Depending
the
on
plan for next time is getting Mernan back into action.
depending on what you actually plan with the tower, I would actually end the session not in the tower. If you say you want to like investigate more in the tower, sure, that's fine. But if you say you are not interested in checking out the tower even more, well then we will proceed and finish off the session somewhere else, namely in Velvet Valley.
There's one thing I would like to check. Is the conductor's baton still on the altar, or did it vanish together with Banan?
You guys move over, and you do see it lying right in the shard, where it should be. Sword is still following you.
I'm really conflicted. Because Bernard really wanted this strange stick. But he also vanished. Because he used this strange stick. What do you think, Gensha? Should we pick it up?
Good question. Yeah, let's pick it up. Yeah, let's pick it up and make Banan a friendly guy. No, I don't know how to call it in English. And a favor.
Do him a favor, yeah.
Yeah.
So we grab the baton and try to take it with us.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, that's my specialty. Easy.
It's lying there and it's staying there.
This
Can
is surprisingly heavy.
He made it look so light.
So easy.
Okay, are you sure? Should I try if I could pick it up?
Yeah, you give it a try. I really can't pick this up.
Well, you're right. It is very heavy.
It feels like it is as heavy as the tower itself.
Right.
And as sad and as heavy as the melody that you're hearing in the background.
How could he just pick it up like that? We didn't saw that Magna also pick it up, right?
He didn't pick that up. He never picked it up. But you haven't
If
seen
I-
that. No.
Oh, it was the other, right?
Yeah, he picked up something else which you didn't
Yeah,
see as
okay.
well.
Yeah, okay.
If I had to guess, I'd say that there's some weird magic in this place that's holding the baton in its position.
You're probably right. Well, I guess we have to go home now. Or we should go home. Or do you want to investigate something else?
Just to make sure, I'll pick up a pen and ink as well as a sheet of paper from my explorer's pack, and I'll write a message for Banan, telling him that we've gone back to the tavern in Velvet Valley, and that we'll be waiting for him, just in case he appears back here for some reason. And I'll leave it on the altar.
Yes. Shast, do you glance over it? Do you like want to read the note that
No,
Brother Tiberius just wrote?
no, I.
I'll tell her about a note.
Yeah, I'm just asking whether she physically wants to read it after you've placed it.
No, I.
More.
Nah, not really. I vertraue Brother Tiberius.
Yeah, I trust. Sure. Okay, so you make your way down the tower. Please roll stealth checks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them.
Stealth.
Let's go one at a time.
Yeah, okay.
Clong,
Heavy
clong,
armor
clong, clong.
stealth.
That's fine. Clong, 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 clong. Next one. Clong, 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 clong.
Clonking.
More clonking. Why are you rolling the same rolls over and over again?
Oh no, we're getting worse.
You are in 7th, 6th, 5th floor now.
Stealth. Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So you come down. You come down this area here.
Oh, look, they are there.
Yeah, you found them.
Yay. Oh, they
Oh god, they're vanished again.
So you do remember that this is the room where you've picked up the box that you still have, Brother Tiberius. And
Yep, indeed.
you do see that there's still one one more chest that you haven't opened.
I'll take a glance at Shasta. I don't think we should risk that again.
I agree with you. Let's go out fast.
Okay,
Or-
cool.
So yeah, we'll skip the chest.
Yep, cool. Yeah, then do a stealth.
Stealth.
Oh, pretty good.
Clonk, clonk, clonk,
Yeah.
clonk, clonk.
Easy. Another one.
Well clonked.
Well clonked.
Wow.
You clung too.
Another one.
Bites the dust.
Dun dun dun.
Shh.
Dun 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 dun. Dun.
No, come on.
Alrighty. This is an interesting area. So, as you guys are heading over, I need to understand the map really quick again. You're coming from there, you've been going over there, coming out of there. Wait, did I send you up this way? For the matter, we don't care. Yeah, you will get into the last floor. There has been a fierce battle between boars and wolves, if you remember that. And there's one wolf looking very grim at anything that's still moving, and they're still fighting, kinda. But these battle boars, they really decimated the wolves. So you do. There we go. As you pass by here, you do see that there are a lot of wolves. There's some wolves, they look all heavy wounded. Even the boars looking very heavy wounded. But as you told me that you just want to leave straight, we are leaving the tower, and you are on your way back home. I would like both of you to roll for all 3 days a perception roll.
By the way, yeah, okay, never mind. We just skip it. Perception.
On the 1, 2, 3 exactly. On the second day, you do see in the far distance, you just do see a bunny, Brother Tiberius, and just you do see one on the third day. Both of you get the feeling that you are being followed after you left the tower.
Do we recognize this bunny?
You can't really make it out. It's too far on the distance. You do realize that there's a silhouette of a bunny, but you can't really make out what kind of bunny it is. Your senses are alerted though, because you had a very traumatic experience with bunnies.
Indeed.
So you guys are coming back home into Velvet Valley, and you're finding yourselves in the north of Velvet Valley as you're coming back home. And you're making your way back. It's been now 3 days of travel for you guys. You do get to the tavern because it's like early in the morning when you're coming back, like not early in the morning, late in the morning, early lunchtime, kinda. You're going into the tavern, and there you do see that there's Magna and Bernan. Oh, nope, not that one. And they're sitting on your stamped places, those places where you're always sitting. You do realize that they're looking like very relaxed and very easy. They haven't been worrying too much apparently, and what they have experienced in the last 3 days while you have been traveling, they will tell you next time when we're playing Dungeons & Dragons next week, Tuesday again, starting on 8 p.m. before having always a little session with the guys here to get in character. And that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's sessions. It's been way longer in the tower than I anticipated, and I really thought that we'd be done by the tower with the tower in like 30 minutes or something like that. But apparently the guys liked the mimics, so we had the mimics, and we've been playing with the mimics.
Very intimate experiences with mimics.
Yeah, very intimate. Even robbing their guts. But that's a story for another time, and you sure do have a story to tell now. Tomorrow we're going to play Divinity Original Sin, and where's Kitty? Oh, there's Kitty. We're playing Divinity Original Sin on this stream. We're going to have Yosuka as a co-host, actually, and he's going to introduce me to that game as good as he humanly possibly can, while I try to sabotage that attempt by probably doing everything wrong on purpose just to make him fall into despair. That's my task for tomorrow.
Die a lot.
Oh yeah, we're going to die a lot.
But it will be fun, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, I hope it will be fun. And that will conclude my stream. Have a great evening, have a great morning, have a great afternoon, have a great lunchtime, have a great dinner time, have a great night, wherever you are, whenever you are. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, make sure to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below, because that helps me a lot and will make sure that I will actually know what you guys want to see. And with that, peace, I'm out.